Happy New Year to all my viewers, subscribers, and folks that find this channel. I wish you a wonderful 2021. I want to take just a few moments in this video to share with you how you can go forward into this year with any sense of hope or positivity. This isn't about positive thinking or just ignoring the world that we live in, but typical years, you go into the year saying, I'm wrapping up the previous year. It's coming to a close. We're going to put a bow on it. We're going to put it behind us. And then you kind of develop strategies, goals, objectives. Maybe you make some New Year's resolutions. You're going to get healthier, fitter, etc. And you go into that new year with excitement and a vision. You're looking at the horizon thinking, I want to get to these things. Now, often they don't turn out the way that we think, and we often don't hit our goals. We often break our resolutions. But in a typical year, you can close out one year and you can begin a new year. And this year is a little different because we have a global event. We have this so-called pandemic that is not coming to an end. It's just continuing from 2020 into 2021. And this is causing widespread fear. This is causing rancor and political antagonism between various sides. This is causing economic hardship on a scale that we've yet to come to terms with. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of anxiety around what's going on, and this isn't stopping. It's not like 2020 comes to an end and all that stops. This stuff is continuing on into 2021. So what do? If you're like me, you say, well, I don't feel like making goals. I don't feel like kind of looking forward because the world's upside down, and I don't know that my little planning and my little goals are going to be meaningful in a world that seems out of control. So how do we live? How do we go forward in a way that we can live life on our own terms, that we can have human flourishing, that we can thrive, that we can find fulfillment, and we can have meaning in our lives? You know, you've got the opportunity here. You've got the choice, rather, to say, well, I'm either going to live according to the world around me. I'm going to live in fear. I'm going to be stressed out. Or you can say, no, I'm not letting this affect me, and here's how I'm moving forward. I choose the latter. It's not going to be easy. I think 2021 is going to be a tough year in a lot of ways, but I think there's a lot of opportunity to be had. I think there's a lot of potential in times like these. Of course, there are investing opportunities and business opportunities and so on, but I just think as human beings, there's an opportunity for us to dig deeper and to live more than we've ever lived before. See, it's during these hard times that we can thrive, that we can shine, that we can come into who we are, we can come into ourselves and become people that we never thought we could become, something special. We can become transformed. How do you do that? Very simple. The whole core thing that I want to share with you today is this idea that we have to live the truth without concern for the consequences. You have to be willing to live the truth without concern for the consequences. Now, what is the truth? And we could argue about that. I could do a series of videos. I could do a whole channel on that. I'm not going to get into that right now, but I do want to get at this idea that there is truth out there. It's not subjective. It's not whatever we decide it to be. It's not just scientific data. There is truth to life. There's truth in this universe. I believe, as you can tell by my hat, that truth is embodied in a person, Jesus Christ. But you as a human being have to come to terms with what is the truth. This can be on a small day-by-day basis. This doesn't have to be this transcendent ideal that you embrace. That's great if you have that because it anchors you and gives you a depth and a dimension to your life that otherwise you're missing. But it can just be moment by moment. If you're looking at life, you're making decisions as you go through your life, you have to look at what's true and what's not true. And I think in the environment that we're in right now, it's too easy to be pulled into fear. It's too easy to be pulled into the group think or doing what everybody else says we should do. It's too easy to consume the information that's fed to us through mass media channels, the internet, and so on. Let's face it, Twitter is not a random sample of society, and yet lots of us get our view of life and what we should think and what is agreed upon to be true through a platform like Twitter. And yet Twitter is not a representation of the world we live in. It's a small segment of specific kinds of people that congregate in a specific area. And yet it has undue influence on our lives. So I want to encourage you As you're going into 2021, you can do your plans and make your resolutions and all, nothing wrong with that. But if you're looking for a deeper way, a kind of North Star to navigate and guide you through this year that stands ahead of us, I want to encourage you to embrace the truth and be willing to live the truth without fear of the consequences. Don't fear economic consequences. Don't fear social consequences. Don't fear physical consequences. If you are willing to embrace the truth and to live it in your life, decide moment by moment to stand up for it, to embrace it and allow it to become the reality of your life, you will be alive. You will be living on a level that most people are not able to accomplish or to attain or to realize. You'll be truly alive. And yes, there's risk involved, and yes, there's potential hardship ahead of you, but you will experience something that is rare for the human race, especially these days. It takes courage. It takes courage to be able to do this, but those of us that have the courage to move forward are the people that will change the world. We're the people that will build great things. We're the people that will affect others' lives. We'll help set people free. We'll give them confidence, health, love. We build businesses, create jobs, and change society. We help get people out of darkness and into light. So I want to encourage you, if you have something that's on your heart, if you have a way that you want to live it, there's a vision that you have. Maybe there's something you want to build. Maybe it's a project. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe there's something that you want to tell somebody else that you care about, but you fear telling them. I want to encourage you to live the truth, embrace it. Do not worry about the consequences. Do not live in fear of losing something. Do not live trying to maintain the material life that you have. Don't worry about protecting. This is not a time to protect. This is not a time to be conservative, as it were. I'm not talking about political conservatism, obviously. It's not a time to kind of draw back and to hide. It's a time to move forward in strength, confidence, and courage and live the truth. Guys, I want a great 2021 for you. I am grateful for all of you, your time, your viewership, your support, your love, your comments. I'm looking forward to a fantastic year together, and I want to do everything I can to help you live life on your own terms and realize the dreams and visions that have been placed in your heart, and so that you can find a purpose and live that purpose through your life day by day. Guys, I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next video.